Well, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. So this video is for anybody that is currently stuck on their healing journey, stuck in the resistance of healing, or stuck in any form of that, circling back on themselves, finding the healing really resistant to get into, or finding yourself just regurgitating the same stuff. And it's actually for anybody that has seen our retreat and is interested, because that's exactly what the retreat's about. It's about healing at last. It's about getting unstuck from those places that we found ourselves in over the years. So the retreat is coming up in January. It's the end of January, the last weekend in January, a Friday, a Saturday and a Sunday. And it's been held in the Shandon in Donegal. Now, the retreat isn't just a 3-day retreat. The retreat is actually probably about 8 weeks worth of work and starts in early December. So let me explain a wee bit about it, because there were so many messages and we've already 10 people signed up for it. So for those of you that are still interested, here's the details. The first thing that we do is we start with a one-to-one with me. We've only 20 places on the retreat, and we've only 20 places because of the intensity of the work. So how the retreat starts is it starts with a one-to-one with me, and we devise the healing plan. We see where you're at, we see what you need, we individualise the retreat, if you like, so you get really specific. The second part of the retreat is the group work. So you will meet your group around December, early December. And we will get together, we'll get to know each other well before the retreat happens. And not only that, we begin a 4-week process, a weekly process of deepening into the material even before we get to the retreat itself. So there's a lot of preparation work that is really needed for healing, and we begin that preparation work. And it's preparation work like unshaming, preparation work like understanding, integrating, understanding what primary pain is, understanding what you're trying to escape and why it has been so difficult. So we do all of that work in group, and we do it online. And we meet once a week for the 4 weeks of January leading into the retreat. We meet in December as well as a meet and greet, so everybody can get together, everybody can know each other. Because what I don't want is all coming to a retreat, a 3-day full-on retreat, with any caution in us, with any apprehension in us. I want everybody to arrive there for the 3-day retreat in January, knowing each other, having built up relationships with people, and having gone through the material, so you're not coming into the retreat not understanding or not having even started the process. So that's the process. So first thing is the one-to-one, the second thing is the group work, and the third thing is the retreat itself. So I call this a retreat, but it's much more than a retreat. It's much more detailed, much more intricate than that. And then the final part of the retreat, if you like, is the group work afterwards. It's the support for the integration. I didn't want to, excuse me, I have to cough. Excuse me. I didn't want to come to a retreat for 3 days and then just leave it there. I wanted some integration work after it. So we have an integration process after the retreat. So after the 3 days, we will then let the work integrate, and then we'll meet again in a group format after that. So that's the detail of the retreat. Why would you want it? Why would it be of benefit to you? As I said at the beginning of this video, for a lot of us, we have been chasing our tails on the healing journey. We haven't been able to get deep enough. We haven't been able to get to the core issue. We haven't been able to get underneath what it is that is really puppeteering us, what is really difficult. For a lot of us, we've been spending a lot of time in limiting beliefs. We've been spending a lot of time in what I call a low-hanging fruit of the process. And so this process itself, this entire process, is a way of understanding what is underneath, getting to what is underneath, and stripping back all that resistance, all that shame, all that difficulty. And when I use the word shame, I know a lot of you will be thinking, I don't have shame. Well, what I have come to understand universally is the reason that we're so resistant to healing is because there's layers and layers and layers that block us from really being with that pain within. So this retreat is all of that. Now, who's it not for? It's not for anybody that's in crisis. It's a deepening process. Now there is regulation in it. There's regulatory tools like you would expect in all good trauma-informed practices, but it's not just regulation. You'll be taught regulation, you'll be taught to access the wounded parts of yourself, but you'll also be taught regulation. But it's primarily a deepening process. So if there's anybody in crisis, it really wouldn't be for you. And I say that with a good heart. I wouldn't want to re-traumatize anybody. I take this very, very seriously. I wouldn't want to hurt anybody in the process. So if you're in the middle of crisis, if you're in the middle of something very difficult, and you haven't yet begun your regulation process, or you haven't yet begun your preparation work, then this really wouldn't be for you. But if you've been on a journey for a while, if you can regulate, if you can tolerate, if you can be with it and it doesn't push you into crisis, if you understand your patterns and have been maybe in therapeutic process for some time and out of it maybe, then it's perfect. There will be 20 other participants journeying with you. We will have a very high ratio of therapists to participants, so it's exceptionally well staffed, exceptionally well looked after. All of the good trauma-informed stuff that you would expect from the Clearer method and our cohort of therapists. So you'll be incredibly well supported, incredibly well looked after, and also afterwards as well. Hence, it's not just a retreat vibe that we've got going on. So hopefully I've answered all of the questions. I think I have. It's in the Shandon. I think I've answered that. There's an early bird price for the next few weeks. I think it's up until October, or up until the places are filled. We have 10 places available so far. We've 10 already gone and we've 10 available. So if you want it, I'll put the link below and you can reach out. We've had loads and loads and loads of messages and loads of people contacting us. So if you have any questions, if you have any specific questions, like, look, this is what's going on for me and I don't know if this would suit, or this is what's happening for me, or I've been to one of these before and it's been too difficult, or whatever your specific questions are, then send them and I'll answer them. Send them and I'll voice note you back, and you can work out if it's a fit, because I really want this to be a fit for you rather than something that you're forcing yourself into, or rather than something that there's a hard sell on this end for. I really want it to be the beginning of something for you in 2024, the opening of something for you, the breaking through, the breakthrough that you need, that step that you have been looking for. And so if you have genuinely any questions, any fears, any concerns, let me know. Just message the page and I'll send you a wee voice note back. Now, if you message the page, you're going to get an automated message, and you're going to get an automated message that says, I'm not taking one-to-ones anymore, and go to our website for all our therapists. Ignore that and just wait for the voice note that I will reply to, and I promise I'll reply to everybody. Much love, take care of yourselves, and I'll see you all soon. Bye.